So I decided to start playing the weirdest character in Return of the Return. So a little bit of context. I'm looking for a secondary character. I'm an AG main, AG1 trick, I should say, not an AG main. That basically, when I play any other character, it goes pretty bad. Let's just say that. I kind of stuck with every other character. I don't know why. It's just how it be. So yeah, I kind of just fucking hit my games every time I play anyone other than Adri, which feels real bad. So I started looking at other characters, right? I wanted a weird character that's not super popular, just because I don't know, I don't like playing popular characters, I guess. So I was looking at like Ekion with his weird like Madge type of thing, where if he gets too mad, he kind of just he has to hit like the reset button. I don't know, I don't really know Ekion that well. And then I look at Emma with her having to like manage her doves and her hats and whatever. But I was like, it's not too bad, and really it's not too difficult. Also, I don't really want to play Emma. I've tried that before, and it didn't go very well. And then I looked at Adina with all of her different stars and moons. I didn't even want to mess with that. That character was too complicated. There's a line between complicated and weird, and I feel like Dina was a little too complicated, especially for a secondary character, where I don't plan on just grinding the game like I did with Adri. So I decided on Barbara. Barbara is weird, in my opinion, because she has a summon. I'll talk about that in a couple seconds. So Barbara is an amp character. She's like an amp mage, kind of. She does a shit ton of damage sometimes. And the way she does this damage is she places a turret down, and then she can hit that turret with her other abilities, her Q, her W, and her E. And when she does that, the abilities will go into the drone. So if her W is like a laser. So if you hit the turret with the laser, the turret will start shooting lasers. And then she also has like an AOE circle around her. And if she hits for her E. If she does that, the turret will also have that AOE circle. So I think that's really cool. Also, I'm pretty sure, from what I have found, at least at the moment, she has the only summon in this game. There is no other turret type summons, or just summons in general, that at least I know of in the game. And I'm not saying summons like traps or anything. I'm saying summons that actually do something that you have to hit, use an ability to go in, and they eventually die, and then they have a cooldown, which is pretty unique and is not really seen in this game. Now, it's seen in other games. Some example from other games are like Torbjorn from Overwatch with his turret, where he can upgrade it, and I think that's a really good example. If you really like Torbjorn, you might like Barbara. And Heimerdinger from League. I've never played Heimerdinger. I've heard they're similar. I can't say too much on him. I've never actually played him, but they both place turrets, so they can't be too difficult. Too different, I should say. Another one is Vulcan from Smite. This one's not super close, but he has a turret as well. So yeah. When I first heard of Barbara and watched Barbara like play and stuff, and had Barbara encounters in game, I guess. It was similar to another redheaded character in the game. That the one who shall not be named, that ends a lot of ranked climbs for me and makes me quit the game a lot. Where they basically just sit in a bush, right? They sit in a bush, you walk by, you get blown up. Now, that is definitely a thing on Barbara. It works very well on Barbara, as well as that other character that shall not be named. But you can also just fight. Like, I've noticed. I'm not super good at the character, don't get me wrong. I only have like 20 games on her at the moment. But I feel like a lot of the times, you can just like walk up to someone. You don't have to get the surprise thing. They do kind of have to attack you, but yeah. Her ult, though. Alt is very good because basically you can use your base drone and your W and your E. You can do a bunch of damage, and then when they try to run away, you can use your alt. It basically resets all your abilities. So you can Q, and then if you hit your new drone that you just placed with you after you art, you would teleport to that. Sorry, I keep saying drone. Sorry, turret. It's a turret. If you hit that alt turret, when you hit R and you place your turret, and then you hit it with a W, you will teleport to that, and then you can E and you can chase someone's ass down, and that's a great feeling. I'm gonna be honest, and I feel like that makes her very good and very viable. Is she the best character in the game? Absolutely not. Sometimes she kind of just gets shit on. I'm gonna be honest. She also kind of needs her aura to fight. You're kind of just not a character without your aura. Sometimes, most of the time. I'm just gonna be honest. It's most of the time. If you don't have your aura, you probably shouldn't be taking fights, unless if that person's super down bad or has like 2 health. But that's not really like not. It's not extraordinary, or I guess a lot of characters are like that. Shoya, most characters are like that, honestly. Shoya, Amp Luke, Adri. None of these characters, most characters in the game, especially Amp characters or characters that rely on using abilities, they want their ults up because they need that damage to kill people and win fights. So it's not like a deal breaker, in my opinion, that a character needs their ult to fight, because a lot of characters do. So it's, yeah. But yeah, anyway, I really like Barbara. If you ever thought about playing Barbara, check her out. She's really cool. I think not enough people play her. She's not a very played character, and she's pretty fun. She's a little funky, and she's a little bit of a, I wouldn't say she's super difficult, but she definitely has a weird playstyle in a game, a MOBA where you MOBA battle royale, where you feel like you want to be moving a lot. And she has a turret which seems kind of stationary, but it works pretty well, especially since you can dismantle the turret and it only takes like 8 seconds cooldown at that point. So yeah, check her out. She's very fun to play, and I've been having a great time. Yeah, peace.